Although it is often taken for granted in countries like the United States, literacy rate is a key tool for having an efficient workforce and is also an accurate predictor of economic strength and quality of life. For our project, we chose to pay significant attention to literacy rate and how its changes correlate to changes in other statistics, such as babies per woman, income, and child mortality rates. Clearly, the benefits of having a high literacy rate extend beyond economic and are visible from a social standpoint as well. First, we decided to put literacy rate for all adults on our x-axis and babies per woman on the y-axis. Increasing literacy rate helps keep population growth under control, as there is greater access to basic needs and a better overall standard of living. As you can see from this clip, as the literacy rate increases, babies per woman decrease, and the pattern is quite clear as all of the circles move down and to the right. One country that we found stuck to this trend very well was Iran. In 1980, Iran appears to have had an average of a little bit over 6.5 babies per woman, a statistic which fell to under 2 around 20 years later. When we noticed how fast Iran's fertility rate declined, we decided to research Iran and noticed that the Iran Revolution in 1980 and the Iran-Iraq War, which was from 1980 to 1988, both contributed in this fall in fertility rate. As this was a very difficult time for the Iranian people and the economy, the government also started educating people to have less children and openly promoted family planning. It is common knowledge that children are a very large strain on the economy, as they are expensive and do not make money for themselves. Additionally, we noticed that by altering the x-axis slightly in order to include the literacy rate of adult females only, instead of both male and female adults, the trend became even more clear. Next, we decided to leave literacy rate on the x-axis and change the y-axis to income adjusted for inflation. As literacy rate increases, so does the overall work attitude and behavior, leading to advancements in economic prosperity on both the macro and micro level. Economic development depends on an educated workforce, which can be acquired by developing professional, social, and communication skills through literacy and education. As people become literate, they will work better for their own self in order to satisfy their needs, and the country's economy will grow and develop naturally. Literacy allows workers to communicate effectively and develop advanced skills, all while increasing income levels. In addition, advanced technical education allows workers to develop more sophisticated methods of production and distribution, reducing the cost of production and increasing returns. Literacy and skill development also facilitate less unemployment and control over inflation. Egypt, for example, has experienced major economic growth as a result of education and increased literacy. From 1976 to 2011, the literacy rate increased roughly 45% and income doubled in this period. However, the MENA region suffers from a low level of economic diversification, both in oil-producing countries and in labor-abundant countries like Egypt, the Syrian Arab Republic, and Morocco. Unlike East Asia and most Latin American countries, the MENA region has a relatively small manufacturing sector for its stage of development. These factors do not allow skilled workers to fully take advantage of their skills, as it only allows them to engage in jobs with low payoff. Another crippling economic factor in this region is the dominant role of the public sector as an employer. The advantages associated with working for government, higher wages, permanent employment, and social status, have hurt the labor market and on students' choices. In Egypt, for instance, graduates often would rather wait for a government job than accept another job, even though the policy of guaranteed employment was done away with a long time ago. On the other hand, skilled workers' higher income levels have allowed for better healthcare and pregnancy prevention programs in South America. These improvements correspond to a decreasing child mortality rate and an increasing literacy rate. Not only do increased literacy rates contribute to less babies per woman, but it also leads to lower child mortality rates as well. Over time, as literacy rate within the population increases, the child mortality rate in the population decreases. This shows a negative relationship between the two. This correlation is very prevalent in Brazil, where UNICEF reported 58 deaths per every 1,000 live births in 1990. As of 2011, Brazil has been able to lower this rate to 16 deaths per every 1,000 live births. UNICEF cited improvements to the country's healthcare system as a prominent reason for this drastic improvement. Brazil started community health programs and family health initiatives in the 1990s to ensure people received the care they needed. Brazil continues to improve sanitation and provide better maternal education in an ongoing effort to lower infant mortality rates. Although literacy rate alone does not directly cause these various economic and social improvements, its importance may not be understated, as literacy serves as a foundational piece of every strong economy. When a single person learns to read and write, the benefit extends far beyond that individual, especially in third world or struggling countries where the foundation of the economy has not yet been set.